Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and it's another bargain part exchange car video. This one, my colleague arranged a deal against the BMW Z4 that we had. Very nice car, very nice low mileage. You may have seen it in one of the previous videos, the Ford Ranger video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put something here hopefully. And we've taken this in part exchange. It's a 2010, which makes it an E90, 320D. It's a manual, it's got sat nav. But other than that, it's fairly base spec, and we gave 325 quid for it. The lad Luke, who does a lot of driving for us, driving the recovery truck and stuff, he's delivered the Z4 to the customer, and he's brought this car back and driven about 2 hours in it. He's not a massive fan of it, as you'd probably expect for 325 quid, but it got back. How bad can it be? I suppose we're going to have a look. Well, here it is in all its glory. Quite a nice blue colour really. On the whole, despite being absolutely filthy, it doesn't look too bad. And probably nearly the record for the most amount of brake dust I've ever seen on wheels. Quite a lot of just cobwebs and crap all over this thing. And giant piles of bird poo. But you know, I quite like an E90. It doesn't look too bad. I think with a good wash this would tidy up all right. A bit of a scuff there, and you might not be able to make that out, but a bit of one there. The number plate's broken. It's interesting. I wonder if it's had a little bump into something. Oh, minor. This fog light's got. Keep goldfish in there if you wanted to. Scratch around there. Oh, that's quite a bit of paint coming off there. Probably even more brake dust this side. Now look, hopefully you can see this all right. It's had quite a little shunt on this side. Don't know if it was all linked or they've just, God knows what they've done, because it's not really scratched the paint, it's just dented in. There are some minor scuffs, but someone's driven into something. Huge dent there. I must feel like that's the sort of size dent that you probably pull out with a sucker or even a toilet plunger. I'm gonna have to give that a go now, aren't I? But yeah, on the whole, filthy, but not too bad. In the boot, ooh. I don't think this person's a massive fan of car maintenance and cleaning. There is more glass in here than in National Windscreen Warehouse in the boot, so I guess the rear windscreen's been smashed at some point, or something has. Let's have a look inside. Well, the general theme of being absolutely revoltingly disgusting continues in here. Merry Christmas from your local hand car wash. I imagine that was the last time it was washed. Christmas. Bear in mind we're in August now. Just years of grime. I don't even want to know what that is. Some kind of creamy stain. Yeah, it's just a bit grim. It smells a bit cheesy and Fausty in here, to be honest. It has got a sat-nav system, MMI, which is quite nice. Service overdue. What a shocker. Fuel reserve. Fog light, front left failure. No way. You're telling me that fog light that's full of water has failed. And the mileage, 164,146. To be honest, it starts and runs okay for 165,000 miles. The locking wheel nuts here, that's a bit of a revelation. Cup holders work. Quite often they can be battered. Standard BMW shaky gear knob, whether you can see that or not. No cruise control. Has got dual zone climate control, but I can categorically confirm it does not work. You've got your auxiliary ends and things like that. It's just grim. Let's have a look under the bonnet. It's not even autumn yet. Well, we've got a pretty good leaf collection going. It's pretty dirty in here, but I think jumping out has been really bad. It's bizarre, these 320Ds. Look how much space there is in there. You just fit a whole other engine in there if you wanted to. Yeah, no obvious oil leaks. A bit skanky around there, but nothing crazy. Let's check out what's going on under the oil cap. Well, nothing obvious. It's not creamy or anything like that. It just looks probably a bit dry. I won't be surprised. Has it got a dipstick? It's too hot to check that actually. But yeah, as we've already seen, no doubt, massively overdue for a service.
Or is it it's a naan bread.
It's a bit naan bread.
Free naan bread with your.
Oh my god!
For later on.
If it was halloumi, as you thought, I would have kept it.
Like
but
halloumi from the back, but it's a bit of a brick now.
Nice.
So you're well.
Try it.
I'll pass.
It's been cooked now.
I'll pass on that one. Go on. Give you a fiver.
Wimp. So yeah, I was just checking to see MOT, etc. And amazingly, it's got about half a year of MOT left on it, with no advisories, and it had no advisories for the last 2. So, and prior to that, just 1 tyre, and handbrake has little reserve travel. Well, it's got plenty of travel now, hasn't it? It just doesn't really work. Give it a push then, Romas. Handbrake test. Yeah, not great. Oh. Right, so we got Luke, who's responsible for having driven this back to us, in the front, and Romas in the back. How is it in the back, Romas?
It is not the tidiest.
Well, you get the pleasure of cleaning this at some point. So. So, oh, fuel. Unsurprising. Well, sounds alright so far. Steering's alright. What was your main complaints with it, Luke?
I don't know, I just don't like the gearbox.
A wobbly gearbox.
Wobbly, yeah, no handbrake either, so don't park on a hill.
No handbrake.
Fair as a whole, it's actually not too bad, but it.
That's not what you were saying yesterday.
It's just more.
No aircon, obviously.
No aircon doesn't work. Yeah.
It smells a bit like athlete's foot in here.
Yeah. Maybe that's my fault for being in there last.
Possibly. It's pretty grim, isn't it? We'll get rid of the Merry Christmas air freshener, which is probably the last time it was cleaned. Oh, it's alright so far.
Maybe I was just tired driving it back. Maybe that's why I was disgruntled. But it's a beautiful car. It's got a great exterior as well.
Yeah. It's not the M Sport, is it? We just got a.
No, it's just a basic.
It's got sat. Has it got sat nav?
It does work.
It does have sat nav and it works.
It works great.
You couldn't buy a sat nav system for 325 quid, so we're already quids in.
Maybe that's it. You're gonna get
and it's barely run in at 164,140 miles.
It's only 550 or 40 miles off.
We should probably plug it in for a diagnostics. Is there a way of getting fault codes and things up? Because there is a warning triangle for something.
Right. You can do the checks, can't you?
Yeah, you can run the checks on the car, but
48.7 miles per gallon we're averaging.
It's not bad.
Or is that current?
I think that was the average.
That looks like an average. That's pretty decent.
yeah,
true. You can hear a little bit of turbo whistle.
Spooling up.
I'll put the wipers on.
I couldn't really work out how to turn the wipers off with like intermittent. It was just like going off down the motorway.
Have you got like a total car check or anything on your phone, Romas?
Hey, what?
Total car check, like an app that we can check how many horsepower this should have had, and what the 0 to 60 should have been before we draggy box it.
Let's see. I'll go have a look.
To be fair, it's a lot better inside than it is outside, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it probably just needs a bit of a do-over, and it's actually not too bad. It's just got the classic like nail marks where people just dig into the rubber like handles and stuff.
Well, whatever it is to do. That's weird, isn't it? I haven't got a handle there like you have.
Yeah, but like, it's like sticky.
E90s, the handles, whatever they coated them in, It's like a gel
Yeah, and it just
type
like,
thing, and it just goes sticky.
Yeah, it's gross.
Dan had one, and just every time I got in his car, it came out with black crap on my
mine's
hands.
like black already.
Yeah, grim. Not a good choice.
Yeah, to be fair, as a whole, like, it's actually not bad. It's very bassy in here though. The actual speakers are hilariously like, it's just deep bass only.
Oh really?
It drowns out all the rest of the. You can like mess around with.
Probably not the right.
You go on the menu. You go on the radio and it's got.
Well, you've got your little Bluetooth. Oh no, I took that out.
I go back down. My bad.
What's the reg on the car?
That's a good question.
No, some intent. Something about that.
I don't know, but we'll find out. I'll put here what the original horsepower should have been. Not that we're going to know what the horsepower is. Let's turn this off. But what the 0-60 should be. I'll get the draggy set up when we get a chance, and we'll do a 0-60 run, 3 up in the 320D.
0 to 160. Maybe.
Just go
if it even touches that.
It wouldn't do that now.
I can go through the manufacturer. So it's a 3 Series saloon.
Yeah,
It's a template.
correct.
2010. Okay, let's see.
I don't even know if we HPI'd this car. Or whether it's, I mean, clearly it has been involved in some kind of accident on the side, but whether it's actually ever been written off before or not,
No idea.
we should always obviously check. But this was only 325 quid. So,
Fella, this car's got endless possibilities.
how far did you drive this yesterday?
Probably. I'd say I've done about 200 odd miles in it. Yeah.
Wow. Made it back. That's
didn't have any
testament to.
issues. It just smelled a bit hot. It didn't smell like it was too
it's
healthy.
160 brake
Okay.
with 0 to 60 in 8 seconds.
Hey, it's not bad to be fair.
Smart.
I remember my old Clio 1.8 16 valve. That was like 8.5. Back then, when I was 17, that was like the fastest thing in the world. So
Can't get any better than that.
now you get that in a
base
model.
Volvo spec
Yeah.
BMW.
I feel like we should get this in the field down the farm when we get there and do a little bit of drifties.
We had couple donuts down there. To be fair, like, it's actually pretty, like, it's a family sort of like style car. I can see why it's quite appealing. It's still got some sort of power to it, and it's actually relatively size-wise.
Well, still fuel economic if we're doing 50 miles per gallon, basically.
I put 30 quid in there. I did half tank, and that took me back from that. So it's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Well, yeah, 30 quid for with current economy. It gave me 290 miles on it. So
No cruise control, which is upsetting.
that was actually probably the worst bit about it.
No automatic lights. No folding mirrors.
And I have to walk around the car manually and do
All
that.
the necessities. But
Both of the actual cup holders work. They haven't fallen about when you take them out. It's pretty good.
Unbelievable.
Don't really know what that is though.
That's the traction control. Oh no, that's the stop start. Sorry, that's the stop start. So does it actually? I wonder if the stop start actually works. That could be what the warning triangle is for. It would not surprise me. If we come to a stop in a minute.
I didn't actually notice that being a thing once when I was driving, but maybe it's because I didn't really stop enough.
Yeah, well, in a manual, for it to actually cut out, you have to like come to a stop with your foot on the brake and
neutral, I think.
you got to be in neutral and have your foot off the clutch. Because I think.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Let's check it. Let's pull over and so neutral, foot off the. It doesn't work.
No.
I mean, the handbrake doesn't work, but it's not stopping, is it? So,
Is the actual light on?
well, there's a button for turning it off, but nothing else. So
Whether it needs to have the light on for it to actually be on or not, I have no idea.
That's what I was
I'm a
thinking.
clue, mate, but I didn't notice.
well, no. As soon as it says stop start off, and then there's a light, I think when the light's on, it means it's off.
Fair.
Well,
Either
it doesn't do it either
work.
way. So, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. All right. Well, she's very angry. Yes, I wasn't paying attention, was I? I was looking at my stop start. Thank you. Sorry for ruining your day.
wouldn't matter if she
On a
went.
scale of 1 to 10, what is everyone's like road rage?
I'd probably say I'm probably about a 7.5.
Yeah, pretty
I'm not
strong.
bad. When I first started, I was awful because I used to just be like, I'm a new driver. Everyone's like just giving me abuse for no reason. Well, I can actually understand because I was probably a liability on the road. Whereas now I know
Still
that
are.
I'm majority 10 times better than everyone else on the road. So
Exactly.
especially when you're in a BMW, go down the motorway, no indicators, obviously, undertaking everyone. I wouldn't condone it, but still.
So you became a real BMW
Yeah,
driver.
so I was just following. Every car.
When in Rome,
Every car, brand has its own unique
driving style.
driving style, driving traits, whatever. So
Yeah, it's just
I don't even know if the indicators work in this car, to be fair.
No, it's fair.
But no, it's not too bad. I don't really feel like I need to be too aggressive.
What about you, MS? I feel like you'd be quite high.
No, actually like a 4 or 5.
Really?
I mean, when they do pitch
I
me
mean,
up,
I can be like a 3,
yeah,
or I can be a 12.
yeah, exactly.
Depends on
There's
the
no
day.
in between.
Like
you wake up in the
someone
morning.
can cut me out and I'll be like, oh well, no, I can tell they did that by mistake, and I'm completely chill. Or say like a couple of months ago, some guy almost T-boned me on a roundabout when he should have been giving way to me on the right, and then I was like, I was super like, oh well, he probably didn't realise I was coming, but here I am. And then he beeped me and then got right up my arse.
your fault.
So
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Oh.
hang on, sorry, what? So I literally stopped the car and got out. And he was like, I was
Fill it in
like,
and then-
sorry, it's my you give way to the right. And he was like, and yeah, it's not my proudest moment, but
Hey, look, we all make mistakes in the heat of the moment.
Right, exactly.
Well, I filled an old bird on the road when she cut me up, so it's one of those.
you filled her.
filled a bird in, yeah.
You,
Yeah,
as in, like,
old bird, yeah, just knocked her out, clean.
I don't know if we can put that on YouTube.
All right.
He is joking, I think.
I wouldn't have hit an old lady
Nah,
or a girl at all. I respect women,
I'm sure you do.
but no, you need to tone it down, or it's just embarrassing, boys.
Should we try and do the draggy run through the traffic lights when they go?
Go on.
I'm joking.
Right.
I'm not gonna. It's a 30-mile-an-hour zone for a start.
Yeah, God.
Is it?
Not that that bothers romance.
It's
Who's
not
driving my car?
that much of a built-up area. There's a bit of competition. There's a 15-plate version instead. I want to run for his money. To be fair, it's quite like a comfortable.
It's quite nice.
It was one of the most popular saloons, like the best-selling car. I don't know if it was in 2010 or not, but
As a whole.
they're. I hate the steering wheel though. Like,
So rip that
it's
one
just
out.
grim, isn't it? Compared to like a M Sport one, why do they make? I said this about Mercedes the other day. You buy like a premium brand car, BMW, Mercedes, and you just get this slab, really thick. There should for a start be less of it, but it's just
It's too much in the middle, yeah. Whatever that is.
nasty plastic,
To be fair, that Z4 we
multi-texture.
had.
What is this meant to be? Anyway, the texture, do you reckon it's meant to be like skin texture?
I actually have no idea.
Like, I suppose like animal texture.
Just
I can't imagine it being.
something not nice.
Oh,
just
it's
looks
like
grim.
fake leather. They're trying to pretend that that's leather because
Right, yeah.
that is leather
Get yourself some
or
Alcantara,
leather.
what do you call it? Steering wheel cover.
Yeah, we can send it off, can we?
It
And
says M Sport on it, so it looks like you've got change the gear knob, put M Sport on there as well.
so, what was your concern with the gearbox? The gearbox seems to go all right. I think
don't know,
all
maybe
these 3 Series things have got a bit of a. It just judders around.
Either I'm just a bad driver, and I just I'm very juddery with like the first sort of gear, like first gear or whatever. But I don't know. I just didn't like how.
That was more the clutch then.
Yeah, it's probably more the fact that the clutch is either.
We're probably about to burn that clutch out anyway when we try and do a 0 to 60. So.
Yeah, I don't know. My Ford Fiesta gives it a run for its money. 0 to 60 in that.
Right,
It's
okay,
easy.
ready?
Spin.
40, 50, 58, 60.
Nice.
That was fun.
Okay, that was well fast. Definitely fast in 8 seconds, surely.
0 to 60, 9.14 seconds verified.
It's dropped
So-
a second and a half.
Yeah, I mean that could be user error and a fair bit of weight
Yeah.
with you guys in here. Obviously I'm not that much of a consideration weight-wise, but
That's
extra
horrible.
like 250 kg in here.
Huh?
Got an extra like 200 kg in here.
Extra on top of what? Because I probably make up half of that. 100 kg.
Extra 400. So.
You could do with some flappy paddles though, I think.
On the manual gearbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just rip it out.
You could just probably, even though it is a manual, you probably could just buy a one of these that's got the flappy paddles on.
I mean, no, you don't. Yeah, it doesn't say you have to have it. You know, actually work it.
Oh, you just like to have them to sort of play with.
It's just.
It's just like you just like playing with flaps.
Yeah, just like. Well, I'm a flappy man.
Okay.
I'm what I eat, I guess.
You hit it here first.
Wonder if that's your.
Oh yeah, DTC. Dynamic traction control. There we are.
That's actually
Probably don't need a seatbelt, private land, so. I'll be honest, I do feel like if you're buying a BMW
You want to?
of this era, especially for the sub £500 market,
Yeah.
your main concern is will it slide around a horse paddock? Should you have one?
I think that's actually it's a valid.
I'm probably going to annoy the fishermen who have come here to relax and fish in the pond that's next door, but
alright. A little bit of diesel power.
It will slide. That's it. That's your under your £105 mark. Slam it into a tree next.
oh yeah.
Nice.
Sold!
That's
Well, now we know it's slides.
that was beautifully done as well.
Thank you very much.
Very elegant.
That's hilarious.
You have to sort the. That's very irritating.
Oh, at least
Well, there we are.
that's.
Dedicating.
Frankly, if you need the cut. Oh, God. Take it steady over the bumps. Would you spend 325 quid of your hard-earned cash on this bad boy?
Personally, yeah, you know what? I probably would if I
Yeah.
could slide it
If you
around.
had 500 quid to spend on a car, what would you get that would be better than this? Fuck
I
all,
can't
mate.
think of anything, to be honest. But then again, I don't think I'd probably pick up one of these for 500 quid if I get the opportunity. Unless it was like partially written off.
Want to buy this one?
I'll pass.
So you wouldn't buy one?
Not this one. No, not this.
Not
one.
this.
Not this one particularly,
Why?
because it's minging.
Oh yeah, but you can still clean that.
But that was I literally just asked you if you would buy it, and you're like, yeah,
Not this
but
one.
just not this one.
All right, fine.
Well, this is the one that we're talking about.
God, no.
All right, I'm just gonna not involve myself in this conversation. I don't want this car anymore. That's it. I've passed.
Well, there we are. Okay, so that was the cheap part exchange BMW video. Hope you enjoyed it. Apologies for the wind noise. I got to have the windows down. The aircon doesn't work. If you're interested in seeing us kind of like clean this car up and service it and whatever, I mean, normally this sort of stuff I might just send off to auction or whatever, but if you're interested, it's probably going to sit in our scrapyard for a bit. If you're really interested, let me know, and or if that's the sort of stuff you'd like to see us do in the future, fixing up some cheap cars, you know, just doing some like minor things that you could do at home, like little bits of paint, cleaning it, and the big difference you see in the car, then let me know. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, all those things really do help, and I reply to everyone, and yeah, it's just it's great to see you guys enjoying the videos and commenting, so please do, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh man.